come true. And I wonder if you know what it means, what it means. And I wonder if you know what it means, what it means. And I wonder if you know what it means to find your dreams. And I wonder,
I've been waiting on this my whole life. These dreams be waking me up at night.
Track Stars.
You say I think I'm never wrong. You know what? Maybe you're right.
and I wonder if you know what it means, what it means. And I wonder if you know what it means.
You are now in the field of Track Stars.
And I wonder if you know.
This is a Track Stars
Exclusive, yeah. Stand up, put your hands in the air. We don't care, like YOLO, cause the world ain't fair. Don't you dare, enough with all that. You know better, you ain't got to play. 30 years old, up in the club trying to holler at the kids. Are you kidding me? Lukewarm, mid-10, 9-5 claiming you 110, 5-5 claiming you 5'10. All you doing is hustling, fat, bent over, trying to peek over the shoulder of the self-proclaimed hovers. When there's only one Jehovah, stop. Okay, you know why you gotta do that? Yo, I gotta call it cause we all been through it. Go ahead and give me all of your excuses. Make a list, 1 to it. Write it down so you don't forget it. Soldier, just to be down with it. Elbowy said what you did been done. You win some, you just lost one. What happened to the real men, to the faithful, to the servants? What happened to the fighters, to the men whose hearts on fire? Can you tell me where they hide it? The leaders and providers. Tell me when y'all gon' decide if you got that fire. Where's your fire? Can someone call the fireman? We are colder. Can someone call the fireman? Look around and all we see are men who don't know what they believe. Where's your fire? Someone call the fireman.
Now someone call the fireman, yeah. You know that I can be a fireman, yo.
Okay, hold up, I'm here with the drama. The men are telling us sleeping in women's pajamas. The woman is the solution, here's the problem. Got a lot of men around and never seen the father, never seen the mother. When the mother never following brothers and educated, no belief about them. And they hope is falling. They never go an eye, you're an ear to hear clear when the Lord is calling. And they never want to do what they post. So infatuated with money, cars, and coach. And don't want to feed me, never they even vote. What's the deal, pick? You think it's all coast? Think it's all good, but they want to see you stand up. See your man up, but surrender to the son of man, brother, and a fan up. See the woman that man up. Brothers surrendering, hoping that mama command up. But I want to be the ones with the power. The weekend and falling the criminal like twin towers. The apples in the bags are all bad. And so I better patch up what you scratched up. You coward and I ain't playing, cause no, I ain't standing up for this. The women sitting have to get stuck with this. So enough with this. What was coming is a hit of an epidemic that should've really wrong with this. So we ask.
Now someone call the fireman.
Where's your fire? Can someone call the fireman? We are colder. Can someone call the fireman? Look around and all we see are men who don't know what they believe. Where's your fire? Someone call the fireman. Look around,
Yo, what's going on? I got my SPF on. You stand up. Now, I'm in the field with track stars right now. I had a blessed time. Hopefully, you guys are listening. If you're not, then you're losing. Holla at me. Out. This is Humble Tip.
This is a Track Stars
exclusive. Yeah. Oh, it's hot up in here. Adia, what's good? Gemstones for life. Oh, it's hot up in here, baby.
Bullets flying through the streets. A young hustler trying to eat. A praying mama on her knees. A son trying to replace his daddy he can't see. So what has this world come to? Everyone's breaking the rules. We're so confused, and there's chaos all around me. We're craving everything we don't need. When we gain the world just to lose your soul. Is it worth the bondage if the chains are gold? When the mask of pride hack against and shame. When the judgment comes when people remember your name. When it all goes down. Money, power, I can't understand. Think you're above the law when you're just a man. Weapons can't save you when judgment comes. You can choose a life or you can die young. You have to make the choice, or watch what you love be destroyed. You think you know about the heat, but after the heat, there's still heat. Really? When you gain the world just to lose your soul. Is it worth the bondage if the chains are gold? When the mask of pride hack against and shame. When the judgment comes when people remember your name. When it all goes down.
Big chain shining like he's trying to hurt him now. Diamonds in every piece of jewelry that he wearing now. Blinded by everything he worshiping and word around. If he got lacking, he'll be napping on the fertile ground. Chinchilla jackets, he be macking every bird in town. Bentley's and Cadillac and every time he come around. Bragging on how much money he got up in his account. The love of money got his ego on 100,000. He get around a crowd of people, then he run his mouth. The camel through the Avenida got a better route. You back in his feminism, what it's all about. You got a mansion, so there's many in my father's house. I guess he better than me because he pulling dollars out. Or better because he who everybody talking about. What would it profit me to gain the world because of doubt? And then I run in hell like I was never thought about.
Gain the world just to lose your soul. Is it worth the bondage? If they're made of gold. When the mask of pride, how are you guilty and shame? When the judgment comes, will he remember your name? When it all goes down. You don't want that. You don't. No, 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 no. You don't want that burning fire. You don't. No, no. You don't want that heat. Ooh. You don't want that heat. You don't want that.
See, I don't even understand if y'all understand, if y'all even know what this means. If that makes sense. Oh my God, it's hot up in here. Oh yeah, this is heat. This is heat, baby. Yeah.
You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that heat.
What's happening? It's your man Joe Kelly, a.k.a. Rich, a.k.a. J. Kells, a.k.a. Mr. Soul Glow, and you kicking it in the field with them track stars. Them my boys right there. Holla.
Yeah, back in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah.
Yeah.
That was your boy,
J. Kells.
J. Kells, man. I'm going to post it on the website. He, of course, we have our Track Stars Fantasy League that started last week. Well, we did our draft last week. Our boy J. Kells, he actually did that drop for us years ago.
Yeah.
But he's in the league, and he's sending this hilarious video
Man.
trashing the rest of the league, trashing Ernest.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Okay,
so
let me tell
funny.
you who Ernest was like. He better not lose because it's on there. y'all know it's sincere.
Serious about this
Yeah,
thing.
Hopefully-
so sincere goes to a whole other level.
Let me give a shot real quick. I'm in a league with DJ T-Walk, Corey, the dudes from One God, One Army, a bunch of people out there in the West Coast. And we just did our draft today.
How'd it go?
I'm smashing this league.
You smashed it last year,
I'm
didn't you?
smashing this league. Just putting it out
Tell
there.
them why. Why you
Shot to
smashing?
y'all. Huh?
Why you smashed?
You got paid.
I think I got it. No,
You
I
didn't.
I went a different way.
Who'd you get?
Can't remember
Quarterback.
all the people.
Quarterback.
I waited last to get quarterback, so I got like Matt Ryan and what's his name? Philly.
Dang, that's mad disrespectful, but okay.
The fact that Matt Ryan was still out there.
I didn't even need to reach for him. It was
But the good thing about it,
pick.
good thing about it is that they are predicting that he'll be one of the top 10.
He better.
Yeah. So that's a good look. So I want to report an injustice that was done this week. FMG did not do their ice bucket challenge.
Well, we found out some news about the ice
gonna talk
bucket
about that in a
challenge. And stuff.
I think that's one of those things that people are looking to make it negative.
I don't think so.
Wait
I
till
think
the
so.
sound off, brother. Wait till the sound off.
Hey, wait for it.
Yeah, go. Of course, we released the FMG King video last week.
Yep.
So go check that out.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the support so far. And also our ALS video, which we're about to talk about in a second. A lot of stuff, man. Coming out in 2 days is our mixtape.
Yes. Yes.
So make sure you download that and spread that around.
Now, for the people who say, man, I got some of these songs. Your friends don't got some of them songs. So pass it to your friend that you know need. This will be a great witnessing tool, and because we saying that these people that we think the elite of Christian MCs in the game right now. So this is a CD that you do make copies of, and then give it to the people that you know need to hear something that will uplift them and inspire them.
Yep. All right, let's sound it off.
All right. First up, Yes Means Yes is a new bill passed by California lawmakers that sets a new standard for investigating rape allegations on college campuses. The bill requires affirmative consent by all parties, which is defined as affirmative, conscious, and voluntary agreement to engage in sexual activity. Such critics question whether the act is reasonable or even enforceable. Sound off.
I didn't get it when I read it. I didn't get it when you explained it.
I had to do some understanding.
I thought you said yes if you haven't.
The problem is that there's rape cases where the guy says she didn't say no, but the girl was wasted. So they're basically saying they're trying to eliminate the excuse of she didn't fight me back. Now it can't just be that she said no. You have to get a yes before you do anything. So if she's intoxicated, if she's drugged, if there's something, whatever's wrong with her, until she says yes, you don't have the permission to do anything. That's what they're trying to do. But of course, that opens up a bunch of other problems because she could just have regret and be like, I didn't say yes. A lot more people could be getting in trouble. So that's the controversy over it. They're trying to help the rape law, but it may not be exactly what they want.
Next sound off.
It's a big deal because think about it. Well, first of all, this is what I think about it. To me, if you're a guy and you put yourself in a situation where you have sex with a stranger that you don't know, which a lot of these rape cases come out of that, it's not your boyfriend or girlfriend or fiance. It's usually somebody one night stand-ish or you're a friend or whatever. If you have sex with a girl in that situation, you're asking to get accused of rape. Just putting it out there. I don't care who you are, Kobe Bryant. Anybody. If you have sex with somebody you don't know, you're putting yourself in the situation that could be called rape. So I don't feel super bad for anybody that gets affected by this. But
super bad.
But it is a little murky because there are a lot of people who say it's good or they kind of flow with it and then they end up regretting it, and then those guys could be getting in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, if that's the case, they need to have a recorder with them. Like, she said yes.
You need to negotiate a contract.
I mean, especially with the cell phones now, I'm gonna hit the record button.
Yeah.
And the reason is that unfortunately we don't think you should be doing this at all. So I don't feel that's what I'm saying. I don't feel that bad for you, but I do understand the complaint against it because that is a little murky. That does make it a little bit harder on the guy in the situation than it does the girl. But again, if you play it with fire, I can't help you.
Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, that's one more reason to be abstinent until you're married. Absolutely. All right. On to the next. While many Americans are pouring buckets of ice water over their heads to fund research for ALS, which stands for, you have to help me with the pronunciation of this, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis.
Lou Gehrig's disease.
Lou Gehrig's disease. I was trying to give the, scientific definition here. Few are aware of the life issues involved with fundraising. The ALS Association is involved in the use of embryonic stem cells for its research practices and has long been recognized as a research organization whose values conflict with pro-life values. Sound off.
I first saw this a couple weeks ago. Deborah Black. Remember Deborah Black from Street Life? She posted it on her wall. Like, it was a guy saying, this is why I won't be doing the Ice Bucket Challenge. And, I mean, that's a big deal. That's a big debate right now, stem cell research, where basically they join a sperm cell in an egg and they create an embryo. Then they test it and kill it. So if you believe that life starts at conception, there's basically abortion, right? Mm-hmm. Same topic we had with the birth control pills and all that kind of stuff. Is that abortion when you terminate after conception, right? So if that's what they're using to do research, are you killing a life to try and save a life? That's the debate right now. Ryan's face looks crazy, like he doesn't understand what I'm saying.
No,
but
I understand what you're saying.
That's the debate. So there are other ALS groups that don't use embryonic stem cells, and I think the pressure is also causing this ALS group to stop doing it too.
Wow.
Because you don't really have to. You could use skin cells. You could use other things. So why don't you think it's a big deal?
No, I mean, I'm just sitting here and you're telling me that you're taking a petri dish and you're joining a sperm and an egg, but it's not a man and a woman. It's
coming from a man.
It's coming from them, yeah. But I mean, that means we have to stop, all these sperm banks and things from anonymously donating. So to me, I'm just sitting here like, all right, I'm not gonna make a big deal about that because it's not coming from a man and woman. It's not a decision. It's not a decision. You see what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily look at you putting a baby in a
so is it life
in
or
a dish and then starting it up and then killing it. I don't really look at that.
Is it life or not?
I don't think so. I'd have to do more research on that for myself. But I'm not one that's gonna make a big deal about that. That's kind of silly.
Robert
kind of silly to me.
Test tube, baby.
But then also, I don't feel like there's anything that the ALS challenge has done. I mean, we're dumping ice and water over our heads, right? You know what I mean? Unless you're someone who's donating the $100 or the $10.
You're bringing awareness to it.
We're supposed to do that too,
Okay, I do, but we didn't do it though, right?
Thanks for.
I thought it was either or, but no, seriously,
I thought it was either.
Some people think it's either or.
At first, I was told
the
it was
rule
either or.
is if you reject the challenge, you have to pay $100. If you do the challenge, you do 10. That's the rule.
But the rule is whatever you want to make it.
No,
it is. If I don't want to give the $10, I have to get the $10.
But you're still helping the cause by
putting and that's all. That's the only way that I would want to promote.
But somebody did ask that we donate, and you just told them we didn't.
I didn't say that. I didn't donate. I asked if the company donated.
You're going back. I'm
asking if the company
Well, here's
donated.
the thing. We are going to donate, but the reason I held off is because of this conversation. Does it matter that we give to them or to another group that says they won't do embryonic cell research just to be safe? Doesn't matter. Should we care about that?
I think you should, but I mean, this might be one where all the track stars just agree to disagree. I don't know.
Just a thought.
All right. On to the next. Last but certainly not least, BET has suspended a producer after a joke about Beyonce and Jay-Z's daughter, Blue Ivy, that aired on 106 in Park.
This is so funny.
During a segment about Blue Ivy's hypothetical thoughts during the MTV Video Music Awards, guest host Karrueche Tran, a.k.a.
Side piece.
No, he
Sing
is.
along.
No. You know. See Breezy's on again, off again, girl. But basically, she said, oh, snap. Did my thing go to sleep? Babe, I'm using your thing instead of mine. So, but anyways, she said, I really did wake up like this because my parents never combed my hair.
Yeah. So she got a lot of backlash for that. Where she's basically like, I didn't write it.
Yeah,
I just read what's on the
teleprompter.
But they were like, you shouldn't have read it, which I think is
That's
stupid.
her first time. Like, I mean, she ain't gonna know.
That's a dumb. You're gonna read whatever's on the thing.
Right.
So the agency basically contacted BET and was like, you gotta do something about this. That's what I think, Heaven.
Did you say the Beijing?
The agency. You didn't know about that skit? You never saw that skit? Oh, that's homework. You gotta watch that.
Oh God.
Basically, the whole theory is that you can't talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce, or you will get shut down.
Oh.
The whole Illuminati thing.
Wow.
So it happened.
Yeah, it did.
Oh boy, got let go.
He got let go.
He got suspended.
No, but other people got fired though. Other people got fired.
But the issue is it was a bad joke to begin with. It wasn't funny. And then the other thing is that wasn't funny. That
You want the agency to call? It was funny.
The joke was funny?
It was.
It wasn't not funny.
Yeah, it wasn't not funny.
It's playing off of Beyonce and
Her hair,
Flawless.
because you have to be. Have you seen the baby's head?
Yeah.
Have you seen the baby's head?
You've seen her head.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I guess maybe because I'm the only one in the room that's a parent, and I understand what that's like. Because a lot of times I wake up and my daughter is like on Saturday, I'm not gonna get her in a high chair.
But are you getting followed by paparazzi everywhere you go?
Nah.
Okay.
But here's the thing, though. My thing is, it's a bad joke whenever you make fun of a child. That's you know what I'm saying.
I mean, they're making fun of Beyonce.
Huh?
It wasn't really. That's how.
No, it's the same thing with Gabby Douglas. You're just making fun of a child that can't defend themselves. It's just not funny. Not a funny joke.
No, I get you because I thought the joke was kind of. I thought it was. I didn't think it was that funny, but I mean, it was like not funny. I was in the middle of it.
I thought it was funny that she was saying it.
Right. I think I was in the middle of it. I think that the whole thing. I just feel like this, and maybe this has to do with class and the way our mind is like thinking. Is just that. People make jokes about kids and babies all the time. White people do it to kids and all day long. I mean, they stay talking about Angelina Jolie kids. And I mean, this is something that happens. But it's like, I just feel like when it comes to like a black person doing it or like a black show or whatever, it's like, okay, let's shut them down. Versus all these shows for many years, from Mad TV to all these shows for years that talked about clown a lot of babies. Not condoning it, but that's what has been done many times. Yeah. So it's like,
are they talking about a specific child, or are they talking about
specifically?
Like a
I'm talking about specifically photos, everything. I mean, sometimes they don't went like to the wall and like made a baby that looks just an adult baby that looks just like the baby that they're talking about type of thing. Mm-hmm. And you don't get no calls or they got to shut down, or they better shut down or whatever. But when it comes to the black show, they're just so quick to try to do something to shut something down.
In this situation, this was probably a Jay-Z Beyonce.
Oh no, they said Beyonce called and tore him up.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. Like you're talking about the number one. You're talking about the number one, number two artist that this company needs to support them. You know what I mean? They're like, this is their Jay-Z and Beyonce are the BET co-sign
performance videos for their award show.
Yeah, it's like a
that's what the argument is. Like they felt some type of way about it because they felt like VMAs Beyonce performed live, and with BET she was on the satellite.
I was wondering why.
She was on a videotape.
Well, videotape technically,
but
I mean,
of video awards, the greatest tragedy to me is not this child's hair, but the fact that they were okay with her witnessing her mom's performance.
That's what
VMAs.
Man, I thought I was the only one.
That was ratchet.
Okay,
but
thank you.
That's all I'm saying.
Maybe that's a
Thank you, Maya.
To be out of town. It's 6:30.
I'm done.
All right, let's get back into the music. You in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.
This is that
Brand new
music.
Y'all know who it is. It's the king of that conscious rap. Young Boney Soprano, a.k.a. T-Bone. My girl Beckah Shae about to blaze this track right here. It's what we call revolution of dance music. Bomb on.
Can nobody love me like you do? Oh, no. I look in your eyes and see the truth. Oh, yeah. And no matter where I go, you're there. Ooh, no. You see me and know me and you care. I'ma give it all. I'ma give it all, give you my all. Winter, spring, summer, I'm loving you while the leaves fall. I'ma give it all, give you my all. Ain't nobody stop it or rock with you like a stone wall. All that I am is because of the love that you give. It's incredible. Long as I live, got me dedicated to you, Lord. So I give you my all.
Let's go. Yo, your love is so contagious, it's so infectious, and this beat is so outrageous. So go ahead and pump your fist, throw your hands up in the sky. Elohim, Adonai, Dios eterno, Padre bueno, great I am, El Shaddai. Ain't nobody with a name that's higher. Glorificado, gotta give him all the praise. He's the one that fill my heart's desires, and ever since I ain't been the same. Still got swag in them platinum chains, sky tops on in them skinny jeans. Fresh and clean, cause I've been redeemed. He's bad, Michael, Billie Jean.
I'ma give it all. I'ma give it all, give you my all. Winter, spring, summer, I'm loving you while the leaves fall. I'ma give it all, give you my all. Ain't nobody stop it or rock with you like a stone wall. All that I am is because of the love that you give. It's incredible. Long as I live, got me dedicated to you, Lord. So I give you my all. You gave your all so I could live. You gave your life. You gave it all so I could call you friend. And now I'm standing here because of you. Yeah, you are my all and all I have to give. Yeah, I'ma give it all, give you my all. Winter, spring, summer, I'm loving you while the leaves fall. I'ma give it all, give you my all. Ain't nobody stop it or rock with you like a stone wall. All that I am is because of the love that you give. It's incredible. Long as I live, got me dedicated to you, Lord. So I give you my all.
It's time for the Entertainment Report with Jeremiah.
What's going on, everybody? Entertainment Report, Tizime. Let's get this thing going on. All right. We have a few stories to let you go. All right, Holy Ghost movie. There's a movie coming out about the Holy Ghost. It's a Wanderlust Productions. Wanderlust. Okay. There's an A. There's no O. All right. The independent film studio behind the cult hit trilogy Finger of God, Fear is Love, and The Father of Lights is poised to disrupt the entertainment industry long established business model with the debut of its dynamic new documentary film, The Holy Ghost. I thought this name was interesting. Darren Wilson sets out to make a movie that is completely led by the Holy Spirit. No plan, no script, no safety net. Just go wherever he feels the spirit leading him to try and discover the adventure God has for him. Whether it's the riches of Monte Carlo, a heavy metal concert, or the oldest city in the world, the result is a film that is not only challenges and excites, but also reveal a God who is far more alive and active than you ever imagined.
Documentary.
It's a film.
Documentary.
I mean, a documentary film, but the people in the film, some people in it is like the guy that did The Shack, Lenny Kravitz, different other people. So, I mean, we had a movie about God, a movie about Jesus. Now we about to have a movie about the Holy Ghost. So
remember when we were shooting the This Is For Everybody video, and we talked about this. We were like, how come nobody's willing to touch biblical stuff?
Yeah.
There's tons of material for you to make movies from. Yeah. But nobody wants to touch it.
But this is kind of interesting, though.
That's a little different,
yeah. Yeah, because this is like, okay, you want me to go downtown? I'm going to go downtown. You want me to go to the trap? I'm going to the trap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't know if it's that extreme, but yeah. All right, Pat Robertson on Robin Williams' suicide. Pat Robertson, host of the 700 Club, said this is I guess somebody asked him the question about the what's the name, and he was saying, what is the deal with them? What happened? You found people who are on top of their game in the music and music, and I guess in the entertainment industry, and they're strung out on drugs. What happened? What was their God? Like, basically, he killed himself because he was serving the wrong God. I don't know if that was great time to say that.
Bad timing,
but bad timing, you know.
But it ain't bad.
You know,
bad time.
Pat got a bad reputation.
Yeah, Pat Robertson is just like a loose cannon. He just shoot from the hip. Some people were slamming him about it, like, yo, saying that the suicide is the result of mental illness, not a lack of faith. And it was, people were just going in on him, man, like they normally do if he said something crazy or something like that. So
it's a bit crazy.
Yeah, I know. All right, last story. UFC fighters walk out to Christian hip hop. 3 of the 22 mixed MMAs are competing at UFC Fight Night. Have been walking out to some Christian hip hop. Somebody walked out to Awesome God by R. Swift.
Oh, that's
Ooh Ah by Grits, and then somebody walked out to No Regrets by Lecrae. The one who walked out to Lecrae won. The other 2 guys lost. That's what irony. But the good thing about this is, I would say, the thing is that he said this is what blew my mind, and I think this is what we do. He said, every time I go out and fight, it's always about me trying to motivate someone else. He basically was saying, I do this because I want people to hear the song and like ask questions about it and stuff like this. His name is Neil Magany. Okay. And yeah, man, he also played Special before, which was on the Volume 1. Church Clothes, Volume 1. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll be on out for that. All right, Copper section for the week is The Walls Group comes out. Fast forward. Rachael Messini, Dreams, which we played at the top of the show. Deidre Cat and the Best Of. And then the free download of the week is Will Child, Underground Elevations Part 3, Soul in Me. And, I believe that is it.
All right, make sure you go to trackstarsradio.com. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Trackstars with a Z, of course.
So let me ask y'all a question real quick. Do you think, based off our entertainment report, we should have did research before we did the challenge?
I told y'all that before we did it.
You didn't say a word. You just said you had
He said it.
I don't remember that.
He said it. That's why he conveniently came up with the codes. His name he wouldn't be attached to it. That was them.
But the thing is, here's the thing about it is, you don't have to not do the challenge. You just may have to give your money to somebody different. You can still support Lou Gehrig disease research.
But I think what the people were saying is, if you do the challenge, that's like you're supporting that movement. That's what they're saying. Even if you give your money to somewhere else, it's still like
still promoting other people giving it to the well, then put pressure on the group to stop doing that if you really feel that way.
Yeah,
it don't mean we got to stop helping people with Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yeah, that's true.
So
all right, man.
All right, that's it. You in the field with the Track Stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.
This is a Track Stars
exclusive. Yeah.
There's a violent silence deep within. Introduced to these visions that replay and never
young world, I come in peace. Hard in the paint like Uncle Reese. All the homies is so authentic. So authentic. Going hard till they go to sleep. Real Christians do real things. They ain't playing on both sides. Chill Christians in the building, but it's so hard to go side. Who am I to judge, right? Deal with Christians that blow minds. Bang with them my whole life, and they know that it's go time.
There's a violent silence deep within. Introduced to these visions that we're playing, never seen the end. As we navigate through this crazy maze, where will we stand? For the wounds of our heart deeper, we choose freedom, and we gon'
stop playing with it. 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 Stop. Stop.
And we gon' stop playing with it.
Stop.
And we gon' stop playing with it.
Hello world, I come in peace. I believe in God, capiche? My God, he ain't got no limits. Sent the son to die for me, and my response is I live like I'm not just above all the nonsense. Like no man can stop us. Say you know who God is, you make noise. Don't believe it, just watch us. The time is to make a choice and bow down, cause
there's a violent silence deep within. Introduced to these visions that we're playing, never seen the end. As we navigate through this crazy maze, where will we stand? For the wounds of our heart deeper, we choose freedom, and we gon'
stop playing with it. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with it.
This is a Track Stars
exclusive. Yeah.
Say I won't.
Why y'all scared to be different?
Say I won't.
Why y'all scared to be different?
Say I won't.
We them outsiders, that's just how we live it.
Say I won't.
And I bet I will. You can say I won't. I might do it just to show you. Whoa, I might do it just to show you. I might do it just to show you. Why y'all scared to be different? We be like la la la.
Yeah, from the same city as a B.I.G. Wanna serve these bars, got CID. Now I'm on a radar where B.I.B. Was a slave for the cause, then we got free. Used to only wanna pull up in a black sport. Just a white man excelling in a black sport. Now I'm really doing pull-ups. Got a honeymoon for the summer, trying to get a six-pack for it. Say I won't catch Craig slipping in the studio at like 3 a.m. Autograph that forehead with a Sharpie pen and then Instagram. Might swag out a fanny pack. I might bring the law back. Nobody wanna change the game, man. Y'all just want more trap. Okay, say I won't rap over bagpipes. Say I won't talk about that price. To know Christ and live life like a night, my last night. You about to switch up the program. I rock name brand, I rock no brand. My whole life go pro cam. I rap like I had no fans. No, they say you know I say veto. Danny DeVito and El Pacino. Those are my people. Also I'm rocking the speedo. It's that casino. You bet your revenue. Thinking you'll stop me, no, never not letting you. You must be high on that medical. Thinking I won't, better know that I bet I do, y'all. Kill 'em. Ooh.
Say I won't.
Why y'all scared to be different?
Say I won't.
Why y'all scared to be different?
Say I won't.
We them outsiders, that's just how we live it.
Say I won't.
And I bet I will. You can say I won't.
I might do it just to show you.
Whoa, I might do it just to show you.
I might do it just to show you.
won't sell my shoes and take my kids to Chuck E. Cheese with the money. Say I won't bring my own bottle of Pellegrino to the movies with me. Say I won't.
Look, I'm from an era of fast living and mass terror. Boys covered in cover girls like mascara. I don't need to keep a gun in a mask ever. I still make them put their hands up. Ask Derek. My road manager damage all of you amateurs sneaking up on a tour bus with a demo to handle us. When I was younger, I just wanted a chain. Now a chain of events has afforded a change. Yeah. See, I've been a rebel since back in the day. I don't follow the people. I follow the leader through valleys and shadows of death, and I'm fearing no evil. So say I won't do it. Say I won't turn the music up and get to it. Won't come down H-Time all the way to Daytime in an old school drop top Buick. And I'm getting maybe 8 or 9 miles to the gallon. Still feeling like a stallion. I got Andy riding shotgun with 30 gold chains on. Talking about he Italian. Say I won't go drop a double album and rap double time on all dubstep. And got no producers, just me rocking over beatboxing by Dougie Fresh. Say I won't.
Say I won't.
Why y'all scared to be different?
Say I won't.
Why y'all scared to be different?
Say I won't.
We them outsiders, that's just how we live it.
Say I won't.
And I bet I will. You can say I won't. Why y'all scared to be different? I might do it just to show you. Whoa, I might do it just to show you. I might do it just to show you. Why y'all scared? We be like la la la.
Hey, yo, what's cracking? It's your man Lecrae, aka Creasy Crayola, the bond servant. Right now, you listening to the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Shantana, and Jeremiah. I see you, boy. Hold it down. Yeah.
All right. So, today's topic, we're actually going to be talking about the situation that's going on basically with Mars Hill right now and Mark Driscoll, but then also how it bleeds over into the various ailments or sins that plague our pastors, and looking at whether or not there's a particular hierarchy according to culture in the media. So I would say kind of what sparked this is there's been a lot of talk going on with what's going on at Mars Hill out in what state is that church in? Seattle.
No idea.
I knew it was out west, but Seattle, and their pastor Mark Driscoll, who recently resigned or stepped down for at least a period of 6 weeks. And basically, I was reading the article. There was a lot of stuff going on where former members were outside the church picketing and things of that nature. And I was trying to figure out like what their beef was, like what was he being charged with, if you will. And a lot of the things that came to the forefront were like greed, pride, abuse of power. Basically, I would say specifically, one of his books, it was said that he spent $200,000 to have it placed on one of the New York Times top 20 bestsellers list. And so just a lot of integrity issues. And so he's literally stepped down and allowed the Board of Elders to fully investigate all of the accusations that are being brought against him, and from there it will be determined whether or not he's gonna return or whatever. But I would say what really sparked me about this article is the sins that he's being accused of. I wouldn't say they're common sins, but I was like, wow, I'm amazed that so much attention is being brought to it, because quite honestly, usually the attention or the sin that's brought to the forefront with pastors is dealing with sexual immorality. If it's adultery, if it's dealing with children, if it's pornography or whatever. And so I was like, wow, like this is some real serious stuff. And so it just made me think, like, do we have a hierarchy, you know, as it relates to what sins should be dealt with firmly and which ones should not? Or is it, you know...
Yeah, because I was a little confused too, because I've been seeing his name, like Relevant Magazine talks about him a lot.
Yeah.
I've been seeing his name over and over again. I'm like, what did he do?
Yeah.
I just never understood what he did, because they never really said anything. I'm like, what did he do? He must have been something sexual or something, but anything I saw, it was about him thinking too highly of himself, and I'm like... I'm so used to people being
That's
like that.
A lot of Christians, a lot of pastors think too highly of themselves.
Yeah.
And not to excuse it, I'm glad it's being addressed, but it just made me wonder, like, gosh, do we let certain sins just slide under the radar? Like, oh, they're just prideful, or oh, they're just a hypocrite. They're not sleeping around. They're not, you know, and it's like, really?
Well, here's the thing. So I've had to deal with this throughout my life. My church in Florida, where I grew up, they had a scandal there. Here's how it went. There was some stuff going on that was signs in the air. So specifically, my family's from Jamaica, right? And it was a church that had a school, so they had pre-K all the way up to college. students there. They took their college students on a missions trip to Jamaica, white kids. And they all came back. They all had blackface and fake dreads, and they were running around the college acting like Jamaicans. That hurt my parents real bad, that they were allowing them to do that. So that was one of the signals to tell my parents that we needed to leave. Shortly after that, we found out the pastor was sleeping with the lady in the front row, right? So he got up in front of everybody and admitted what he was doing. So I don't know if that was... There's signs that come before that reveal that there's issues, in the church. I don't know how that's connected, but there may be some things going on that are around other issues, right? Yeah. So later on, I was at a church more recently where the pastor was caught cheating on his wife, and then later was caught again, and then there's accusations about previous issues in the past, but honestly, what I realize and why this to me is close to home is, even though that was the thing that kind of got everybody to start leaving, what hurt me the most and what to me is the biggest thing is when I found out about financial issues and pride issues. This person was very prideful. It was obviously prideful, but I found out how much money he was making. It was crazy amounts of money compared to everybody else. And to me, those things point to other issues. So Driscoll may not have been found out about nothing, but if you're going to use your power in a celebrity type way, what's stopping you from the girl hollering at you? That was exactly what I was going to ask. Like, do you feel like one sin opens the door for another, or do you know what I mean? Like, or that one is a sign? I think it reveals character. Gotcha. It reveals character and it reveals your motivations. I think the pastor I'm talking about, I think it seemed more like they wanted to be famous and they wanted to emulate a certain person that they liked. I won't say exactly who, but I could tell that they were trying to be like a certain person, and that means the power, the money, the respect, the women. Like, it was almost an identical life they were trying to live. And to me, the pride and the money focus is a tip that you probably have some other things going on too. And then since then, I've heard about other pastors. Because I perform at a lot of churches doing spoken word, and there was another church that I started performing at that their pastor got found out. And then there's been some other ones, and it's like, what's going on to where these people are sliding through for so long when they got all this crap going on? You know what I mean? And what is it about the office of pastor, especially in America, that there's so many? Because when you think of a pastor, you think sacrifice. That's what most people think about. But it seems like there's a lot more benefits in America than there are sacrifices to being a pastor. You feel like you're on top of the world. Especially for black pastors, you feel like you own this big building. You feel like you're in control of a building. You know what I mean? Like, I think when you said for black pastors, I think that goes back to the type of culture that has been created in a lot of African American churches, where we esteem people that are in certain roles or positions as well. And I'm not saying it's, one way and not the other. It can be both ways, but sometimes it's like fanning the flame, if you will. You know what I mean? Especially if you already have, because honestly, what's hard about it is it takes a lot of confidence to want to get up and talk in front of a bunch of people all the time. So that invites the temptation of people who want to be known to the office, right? And then you get these girls in the congregation that you're telling them about how they can get married, and you're telling them all these things that you need to look for, and they looking at you, they're like, somebody like you, right? And then you're like, and then you're like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, well, I can't find anybody. And then you're like, well, I'm right here. You know what I mean? So that's how it goes. And then it's like, it's hard to reject that kind of attention. That's how it goes. That's exactly how it happens. You know what I'm saying? So if you're that type of dude and you front in front of other people, but then for real, you want to be somebody else, what's going to stop you from doing all that stuff? So I have a lot of questions surrounding this, but how, and I mean, none of us in this room are pastors, so none of us really know the weight
that comes with that. Nor, I will speak for myself, do we desire that. But how would you say, or what are some things that you can do to kind of help with that as parishioners? Quite honestly, I mean, all of us attend churches, are, you know, under some type of spiritual leadership. How can we, you know, ensure, or not even ensure, but help to make sure stuff like this doesn't get fueled? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we not become advocates or supporters of stuff like that in our own churches?
I mean, for situations where there are pastors who have security, you know, because there are women that are, like, sometimes some pastors got to get security because of naturally just women. Not that a man is going to come do something, but the women of the church are very, you know, that's why, you know, I know in my church, like, any woman sitting in the first or second row, they got to have a little thing over their skirt, because there's been times where a lady will...
And that's their mission sometimes.
And it's so real. And it's so real that the reason why, like for my bishop, the reason why that he doesn't sit in the pulpit, he sits on the first row until he goes up to speak. He don't just sit up there all day because of situations in the past that has happened that are similar to the fact of women just being, you know, in a messy situation. And it's funny because that you said that about a pastor who's up there saying, this is how you get a man, this is how you do this, or this is how you know you're ready for marriage and all that type of stuff. This is the type of guy you'll look for. And like you said, it's like, oh, well, like you. It's funny that the situation happened like when he started teaching that type of class. Then, you know, so it like all makes sense. But something that he does is that, you know, that's what your security and armor bearers and things of that nature are kind of set in place so that you can deal with it at the least amount, because our goal is to make sure that you're free mind, free will, so that God can have his way with you, so you can deliver what's needed to the people. Because it's going to be distractions, and that's what my pastor always speaks about, the power of distractions. It's going to be there. It's about how you handle it, how you try to put things in place and in order to try to alleviate that stuff as much as you can. It's not going to go down to 0%. But you can alleviate the majority of it in a lot of different ways. But I mean, it's not one answer to it though, because every congregation is different, every standard is different. You know, that's another issue.
Do you think, and this is particularly what made me bring the question up, do you feel like, particularly in the African American community, we consider sexual sin greater than pride or greed or, you know, whatever?
Most definitely. I think in a black church, everything is on the sexual side, whether it's a homosexual or if it's a provocative woman or the man in there trying to, you know, or the musicians in there trying to get all the girls. You know, I think that breeds way bigger than just the pride thing.
Where does that come from though? Because I'm like literally, those other sins, in my opinion, run rampant in black churches without there being a microscope placed on it, like there's one being placed on Mark Driscoll right now. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know.
We need to figure out how to find out if you're a dog on the way in or you fell along the way, because I don't think everybody fell. I think some people got caught.
I think one of the issues, and I mean, I was just sitting back listening to everybody's opinions. You can't get around the celebrityism. You just can't get around that. I mean, once you get it, you've got it. Same with Trackstar, same with FMG. Once it's given to us, it creates a prideful, a boastful attitude that you just don't. It does. Let me tell you, I was at a Destinations event one day, right? And I'm just standing in line with everybody else. And the girl hollers out, "Hey, Ryan Righteous, come on to the front. You good? I got you." And I was like, "Cool." So I walked down the steps like, hey, everybody's like, who is he? What is he doing? You know? And the next time it happened, I didn't get called out. And I had to stand in that line. I was kind of like, dang, that was nice, you know? That felt good.
Could it be a temptation versus
it doesn't force you to be that, but it is it's going to come.
It comes. And it's not really necessarily a temptation. It's just the way that you respond to it. You know what I mean?
Do you automatically respond that way when you're hit that platform? You know what I mean? I don't think you have to.
No, I don't think you have to, but I think that a lot of times people are dealing with insecurity issues that could come up from childhood, where you were never picked for baseball or kickball, and now all of a sudden everybody wants like for my pastor, he was always getting talked about, picked on in high school, and now the very same people that picked on him are sitting in his congregation. And he said, it's nice.
Ooh, that's
it's nice. And so he said that he said that those people that made fun of me are some of our church members and some of my good friends now. So it's not necessarily that he tried to take this macho attitude approach about it. It was kind of like, okay, you know what? The things that used to bother me are being offset by the way I'm being treated in this position, in this role. And so I think that it happens. I think it happens with the purest of hearts. I really do. I mean, because I see FMG going that way. I do. It just happens. It just happens.
How is he supposed to feel about that? Like,
I mean, okay, so yesterday, so I was talking to Sincere of FMG, and he was telling me he signed like 30 autographs yesterday at an event he went to. And he was like, yo, they asked for my autograph, and I could tell it was humbling to him, but at the same time, it was like he didn't say no. You see what I'm saying? And I don't think
you're not going to say no.
No, and I don't think any of us are going to say no.
So if somebody love us, see us out, track stars, can you sign my paper? You're going to be like,
no, that's what I'm saying. We're not going to say no to that.
But signing an autograph, does that make you arrogant?
Yeah, I don't know.
It doesn't make you arrogant, but it does open up that door. It does open up that door for other things to be prideful.
I mean, that platform is definitely going to open a door, but
I feel like I understand what you're saying as far as it can create something, and it happens. It happens quite often. But there are those that have the mental capacity to understand what it is, and that is just signing an autograph. If somebody is a fan of yours, and they, that could be the biggest thing that happened in their life that they will remember to influence them to do whatever it is. I've signed autographs, but okay. But at the end of the day, I don't go around expecting it either. I'm still always surprised if somebody's like, "Oh man, I love freedom riders." Oh man, did this? It's sort of surprise to me, like, "Oh, okay," and I appreciate it. Like, I appreciate to be a part of something that's so great that even still years later, people still can feel attached to. People can still feel a certain thing about it. I don't feel like it. I don't know. I was raised to be humble and raised to be a certain way, and I have had friends that I grew up with in the industry who was raised the same way, but then they got to that level and they shade me. You know what I'm saying? That's happened. I don't foresee myself doing that because I've been on both sides of the fence, for one. Two, I grew up and seen a lot of different things in the industry. So I don't know. I feel like, and I look at like somebody like Will Smith, one of the coolest, and me and Caps was talking about this just yesterday. She's been on set with him. I've met with him a couple times. Just cool, humble, and a fun guy to be around all the time. When he's on set, he talks to everybody. No matter how big, small, if you have a line or not a line, his energy is something that I love. People think, who you want to model your career after, Denzel or Will? And I immediately say Will, because of that energy that he just exudes to everyone. And as big as he is, a $40 million picture man, it still can have fun, still understand the core to this life we live, and so that's why I would love to model my career after, if I was able to, you know what I'm saying, because of his humility and his humbleness to still be a human and still understand that this is just a job. This is just, I love to do this, and I just so happen to get paid from it. That's what I think about this acting thing. It's my favorite thing to do in the world, and just so happen I can get paid for it. I don't look at it as, I'm better than you, or I got this, so you do this for me, but it's many people that are like that. So in the same retrospect to the gospel, when you have these pastors, you have some pastors that are mega church pastors, you have some that are small pastors or small churches, and sometimes you'd be surprised that the mega church pastor is more humble than the guy who got 2 members. And I've been around it, I've seen it. So I mean, I feel like in both capacities where there is a particular celebrity, it still depends on the person and the individual. Can you control it? No, because everybody is, human. Like, everybody has their own thing. It could be insecurities. It could be many things that may happen that may be a little something from their past or something that they've been through in their walk after. But it's still, it's a rough thing. And I realize, as being my bishop's armor bearer, that it's rough. Like, they go through a lot, like on a consistent basis. That I can see why the temptation for those things are just right there.
Now, I think the real temptation is, and I think everybody deals with it, whether you're a pastor or not, even us, is that feeling of we're not there yet. there's people in front of us, or there's people that have gone further than us. You know, that's a temptation for us with the music too, or with the radio show. It's like, man, there's another level that we see that we can get to. How come we're not there yet? What can we do to get to that level? And I think that's what Driscoll was suffering from. Is I'm a pastor. Why am I not on the level of a John Piper? Why am I not an Andy Stanley? Why am I not known as like that dude? What can I do to get there? If I sell a best-selling book, then maybe they'll treat me that way. What can I do to do that? Here's a way. I'm going to use the church's money. I'm going to get this book out there. I'm going to pay them back when it comes. You know, like, there's all kinds of schemes that people could come up, allegedly. There's all kinds of schemes that people could come up with.
No, seriously, people could... I've heard that too. Like, people could sue you for saying something. If it's misrepresentation. So
he's still under investigation right now.
Yeah, I'm just hypothetically. That's what somebody's thought process would be if that's where they needed to get, and that's when you start falling into traps, because you're like, I see where I am right now. This is where I need to be happy or to feel like I'm accomplishing something. What do I need to get there? And that's that gap that where you start making mistakes. So I think that's what everybody's dealing with, including pastors.
And us.
Everybody. Honestly. Yeah. So that's the prayer, and that's where everybody has to do a heart check. What are you doing this for? Are you trying to be a celebrity?
Right.
Or are you really trying to help people?
That's right.
And that's the balance everybody has to deal with. All right, you in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.
Ryan Righteous and Sean Tanner.
Got 5 seconds to put your drink down and report to the dance floor.
Ryan Righteous and Sean Tanner.
All the buses, we giving y'all 5 seconds to get close to an exit.
Track stars, come out and pray.
5 seconds is up. Let's go.
You have just been bored. This is the mission field with the track stars. Get into it.
You're locked into the mission field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous and Sean Tanner.
When I think about Jesus, what he's done for me. When I think about Jesus, how he set me free, I just turn up. I can't help it. All this stuff I done dealt with. I can't help it. All this stuff I done dealt with. All this stuff I can't help it. I can't help it. All this stuff I done dealt with. All this stuff I done dealt with. Yeah, I can't help it. All the stuff that I dealt with. All the pain, yeah, I felt it. Secrets darker than precious. Had to learn all my lessons. Tell God all my confessions. Teach me, Lord, classes in session. When I praise, ain't no question. I just going alone. I just turn off my phone. I just worship the King that's sitting up on the throne. See, some people, they lie. They say real men don't cry. But somehow the Spirit got these tears falling from my eyes. Like this fire, still I rise. Forget the mother God. Some of your teammates are with you, but the rest are some spies. That's why God, he before you. Won't act like he don't
in the life. I'm a different breed, I will make the lead, homie. I've been so emergency, yes indeed, homie. Mama told me keep it real, never be phony. I will open out the people overseas, homie. And we take a charge by the grace of God. I just lift his name up and make it large. Still hating on that, you won't make it far. God City, US, so we wait for
I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. All this stuff I done dealt with. I can't help it. I can't help it. All this stuff I done dealt with. All this stuff I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't help it. All this stuff I done dealt with. All this stuff I done dealt with. All this stuff I done dealt with. Yeah, I can't help it. Yeah, I can't help it.
What up, man? It's your boy Canton Jones. You're listening to Track Stars Live, because we track stars. We keep on track with Jesus Christ all day, every day.
Hey, what you looking at? Thought I told you a couple times I ain't going back. I can see straight through you. Every time now I see why people were telling me turn my back on you. You ain't got nothing for me. You ain't got nothing I need. You ain't got nothing but cheap bets and fast breaks, deep debts and regrets. Call it what you want, call it what you will, but you're only blowing smoke like a chimney when you're lying to me. Think what you want, following his will, cause you're only blowing smoke like a chimney when you're lying. Taking over, taking over. I can finally breathe, I'm taking over. I'm taking over, surrender to my king now. I tell you what you're looking at. I'm a strong individual, ain't even reached my pinnacle. I see straight through you. Every time now I see why people were telling me turn my back on you. You ain't got nothing for me. You ain't got nothing I need. You ain't got nothing but cheap bets and fast breaks, deep debts and regrets. Too bad, gonna wiser now. So sad I devised your proud, and I see you trying to pluck me out. You should really put your pliers down. You've been blowing smoke for a minute. Lie down cause you finished. Excuse me if I'm blunt, but I'm done with all of your gimmicks. Get it? Call it what you want, call it what you will, but you're only blowing smoke like a chimney when you're lying to me. Think what you want, following his will, cause you're only blowing smoke like a chimney when you're lying. Taking over, taking over. I can finally breathe, I'm taking over. I'm taking over, surrender to my king now. You blow smoke like a chimney in the wintertime. We both know that I'm only getting wiser now. You blow smoke like a chimney in the wintertime. We both know that your days will be your number time. Call it what you want, call it what you will, but you're only blowing smoke like a chimney when you're lying to me. Think what you want, following his will, cause you're only blowing smoke like a chimney when you're lying. Taking over, taking over. I can finally breathe, I'm taking over. I'm taking over, surrender to my king now. 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 Surrender to my king now.
Hey, what's up? This is V Rose from Clear Sight Music. I'm in the field with the Track Stars.
Make a little noise in the stands if you're there. Brag on the guy, man, if you're there. Only if you're there. That'll be sweet. What if when you brag, it wasn't about to close with the tags? That'll be sweet. What if when you brag, it was battle moves the first and the last? That'll be sweet. That's right. Heard them talking like they had man. Somebody got them gassed up on that Octane. Look, I hate to tell them they ain't better get an umbrella, guy rain. Let's go back in time, the late 80s. D-Town, hold me down, that's where they made me. When I'm back up, ain't fake
I ain't staying out. Already, yeah. Lone Star Steak Bread, hack it, I forget it. Yeah. But I ain't poppin' back the blue. It's fly, hey, me. I ain't talking about the shoot. I got a lot of problems, but I'm straight. That's sweet. I know my guy to toss him in the lake. That's sweet. How many times I gotta tell you he the boss, sending him anything, a piece of cake. That's sweet. Them hands in the air, make a little noise in the stands if you're there. Brag on the guy, man, if you're there. Only if you're there, that'll be sweet. That's sweet. What if when you brag, it wasn't bad to close with the tags? That'll be sweet. That's sweet. What if when you brag, it's bad to move the first and the last? That'll be sweet. That's sweet. Yeah. Heard them talking like they had man. Somebody got them gassed up on that octane. Look, I hate to tell them they ain't better get an umbrella, got rain. I've been in the A lot this year, perfecting these songs that I spit here. And ever since 2010 been clear. Everybody talking about you gotta live here. I think they got me now. Ooh, already. Yeah. Lone Star Steak Bread, how could I forget it? Middle school, we was bumping Swisher House, though, had a freestyle. Sounded like them Swisher House flow, saying, man, hold on. I done came down. Trump back, grip the grain, baby, stay down. Already, one time about nothing but a pipe dream. Like, man, my wrist froze like ice cream. But he opened up my eyes, bruh. Sweet. All my people was surprised, bruh. Sweet. Cause I used to rap about kids that I never had, then I came alive, bruh. Get them hands in the air, make a little noise in the stands if you're there. Brag on the guy, man, if you're there. Only if you're there, that'll be sweet. That's sweet. What if when you brag, it wasn't bad to close with the tags? That'll be sweet. That's sweet. What if when you brag, it's bad to move the first and the last? That'll be sweet. That's sweet. Yeah. Heard them talking like they had man. Somebody got them gassed up on that octane. Look, I hate to tell them they ain't better get an umbrella, got rain. Say they make it happen, but they really only try. My dad is a captain, he can really make it happen. He been raining in the sky. They say they make it rain, they really only throw cash. But my Lord's running in his own lane, makes rain fall in the crash. We think we tell time, but we really only reading the clock. My dad existed before time, and he told it when I start mouth dropping. Say we got it in control, no, but it's really a mirage. My dad, he can keep the world running while directing all the planets in the stars. Sweet. Everybody going brag, that's 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 sweet. That's sweet. Not sweet, but sweet. With an SH, bro. Yes, sir. I was good to bread.
Yo, what up, everybody? This is your boy Sean Simmons, aka Double S. Yo, listen, you're in the field with my boys, the Track Stars. Yeah, holla.
Carried the weight of every pain and every hurt.
Swift, RCMG, Rhyme Council in the building. We got 'em in the field with the track stars. Get it, got it, good.
Yeah, back in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Okay, so this was actually commented on our Trackstars Instagram. Somebody said, I guess they were basically telling us why they won't listen to our show or follow, Christian hip-hop and stuff. They said hip-hop plus Christianity will always lead to secular due to how the industry operates today. So basically that got us thinking, how much is Christian hip-hop really helping? Does it lead people just right back to where they started? Line for line, people accuse us of that. There's some incidents where people can listen to Christian hip hop and still be doing crazy stuff. Is it really convicting anybody? Is it really helping? What do you think?
I think that it is, but I think that I'm gonna get a lot of backlash for this one. I think Christian hip hop is for the younger generations. And the reason I say that is because when I think Christian hip-hop is for the younger generations, and I'm just being truthful because I grew up on Outkast, I grew up on Bone Thugs and Harmony, I grew up on Biggie, Tupac, all these different artists, right? But here's the situation.
You was in Atlanta. Did you really listen to all of it?
I did, but it was like radio edited stuff.
Okay.
I didn't buy albums.
All right.
But here's my issue. My issue is this. Even today, as a radio personality for a Christian hip hop radio show, I still go back to those songs because those were the songs that I was raised on, and it has a familiar.
You still listen to them?
Yeah, it still takes me back to a place of my childhood. It still has a remembrance for me. Like it means something.
So it's like your oldies, basically.
It's my oldies, and so I think that's an issue because I'm not willing to admit that I don't listen to secular hip-hop or that I don't listen to secular music, period. Because I think that it's a part of me. And I think that when we talk about Christian hip-hop in the sense that where it's coming from now, we have 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds who don't know, they know it for the good, pure sense that it's in. We didn't find it until we were adults. See what I'm saying? So we were raised on something totally different. Yeah. And for us to abandon that, like when we did Grits versus Outkast, you play Elevators, dude, that took me back. I was mouthing the words. I watched the video. I was like, dang, did I mouth the words to every song, every verse?
Yeah, you did.
I did. And so that's why I think that we're at a place right now. So this person says that Christianity plus hip-hop equals secular music. She could be right about that.
I mean, me coming into this, being one of the newer ones around this particular arena as far as Christian hip-hop, I feel that it's just a particular lane. I don't feel like it's something that is not worth listening to. I think it's very much worth listening to, but it's a lane for those who are really into rap and hip-hop and obviously that's what we grew up on. A lot of people are not raised under Christian hip-hop. They're raised under secular hip-hop. But I feel like it creates a lane. That's why I personally like Line for Line is one of my favorite things because it does introduce me to more artists on the Christian hip-hop roster that I've never heard about, never thought about, never knew. And then to hear these things, and like I said, I talk about all the time when we talk about this, for me to even play it in my car, and I have guys that's never attempted to or even thought about listening to Christian hip-hop and look at them and watch them bob their heads and look at them and watch them, like, oh, what's that song? Oh, man, play that again. Or, just because it opens up a curiosity to where that's what I feel is needed. It's not that this is supposed to be something that's going to convict somebody to change their life, but it can be an introduction to something to where they would like to explore that particular arena. And then, obviously, you can't just be based on Christian hip-hop to think you're going to be some God-fearing whatever, but it is a lane that creates the mind to expand to a different level than what is a common understanding, which is not Christian hip-hop, even growing up in the church. So, and to the response of that, I mean, that's her opinion. I mean, that's what everybody's entitled to it. But at the end of the day, I think the show is very necessary. I feel glad to be a part of the show. I feel that I've opened up, even in the months that I've been here, I've opened up eyes and heads and ears to this particular arena who have never thought about it, never heard about it. So I think it's a great thing.
Yeah,
I think it's amazing.
I need a formal definition of secular. How would y'all define that?
I think without God,
anything that's not
anything that does not bring honor to God. I mean, like for me,
isn't that sin?
No, secular is kind of just like what's the. I feel like it's a common. I don't know if common entity is the word.
No, because I mean, you could listen to jazz and blues, and it could be secular. So it's not.
But that could bring honor to God. That's why I'm saying when you define secular as something that doesn't bring honor to God, that's sin. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, a lot of people look at secular.
I mean, that's pretty much how you have to define it. I'm not coming at you crazy. I'm just trying to understand. I'm just trying to understand because the angels advocate, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, I'm just trying to understand because I think we do confuse sin with secular, and that's. I mean, I'm just really trying to understand what people define as secular.
I think they basically feel like the culture of hip-hop is still present in the Christian hip-hop artists. So if somebody's attracted to that, they're just going to lead them back to the same T.I.s and Jay-Z's and all that.
Is the culture connected to what, the whole 5%er thing? What is that connected to when you say the culture of hip-hop?
Pride, drugs, sex,
guns.
gangs.
Right, that's how. I mean, I just looked it up real quick just to see what it did say on the internet. It says like secular music is non-religious music. Secular means being separate from religion. That's what it says online.
I really want to
I'm separate from religion because I'm about relationship. Like, I'm not about
right. So you're saying we're a secular radio show.
If you're going by that definition, I can only speak for myself. Then you end up calling me because I'm not about religion. I'm not about going through the motions.
I think if you eliminate the words, I think the heart of it is there's people who do hip hop music that are obviously not about God. Quite the opposite. And they're saying that our for God music may be leading people back towards non-God music.
Is that same opinion, and I know, babe, you like, can you let me speak? But is that same opinion attached to people that listen to jazz that has a Christian content, to people that listen to pop that has Christian content, neo-soul that has Christian content? Does that equal secular too?
Well,
you know what
here's the problem. We talked about this before. Non-godly jazz sounds exactly the same as godly jazz.
Are you talking about instrumentation?
What are they?
Like instrumental jazz?
What is it? They don't say much in jazz.
I'm talking about content. I'm talking about...
Okay, so the people who are actually singing.
Yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother... The instrumental's a whole nother conversation.
The problem is that our non-godly music is very much more ratchet than other people's non-godly music.
Rock... It's demonic.
But you can't hear the words.
If you want to use the word secular.
Who's demonic? The songs are not demonic.
Some of the artists.
But you would have to dig into their lives. But the actual songs sound exactly the same.
No, I'm talking about content. I remember.
What's the last rock song?
When I grew up, there was a song, and I can't remember who it was called, but they were like, I want you like an animal. I want to feel you from the inside. I mean, like,
they were songs are like that,
ratchet with that. Like,
how many songs?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a rock head like that, but I'm saying that was like in the top playlist for me growing up. People were like jamming to that thing.
Are you talking about metal or are you talking about
heavy
rock?
metal?
Well,
that's different. Yeah,
that's a little different.
You talking about
rock? I don't know what category that would fit in, but I'm thinking of Nirvana. I'm thinking of
Metallica.
You're in the metal. You're in the metal area. Yeah. But I'm just talking about pop and rock. If you just turn on just a song, it's not super.
But isn't that the difference between rap and hip hop?
No,
if you talk about rock and metal,
no,
you know what I mean?
No, rock and metal are two different genres. Rap is just an element of hip hop.
But I mean, some people, when you use the word rap, you get a different mindset versus hip hop. You know what I mean?
Okay, let's use rap then. most non-godly rappers rap about a lot of crazy things in their songs versus I could pick a U2 or Coldplay. If I play their music, it's not like they're saying something negative to me.
But when I hear rapper, I think the person that just collaborated with Katy Perry. I don't think of trap music.
Juicy J?
I don't think of, well, I'm thinking of, you know, when, what's his name, Snoop did Summer, what was that song called? Dreams. What was the song called? California Dreams. California Dreams. I'm thinking that versus, you know, trap music.
What I'm saying is, if you sample, just take a random sampling of rap music versus a random sampling of rock music, it's a very stark difference between godly and not godly. It's a huge difference.
Like the instrumental or the content?
The content and the lyrics.
Absolutely. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, I don't remember a different genre song being so bad that it had to be bleeped out every other word. Like, I just don't recall it being so bad. And so when I say that I listen to secular music now, I'm talking about, like, I was raised on Marvin Gaye. That was my very first CD. My parents bought me Marvin Gaye. That was a secular album.
And what was he talking about?
He was talking about a bunch of different stuff, though.
No, that was Al Green.
Oh, that's Al Green.
Well, I mean, he was talking about, you know,
Marvin
got
was,
to get it up.
He was
and,
on sexual healing.
Yeah, he did that too. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't realize that secular was... I had to cut so much out of my life in order to not be a part of secular. Now, I don't listen to new age hip-hop. Like, I don't listen to all that stuff. I stopped when Travis Porter went cold. But everything else, I'm just like, okay, everything else in my life is secular. And I have to deal with that. I mean, I don't add to that.
It's a basketball game. I mean, I'm just really trying to figure this out. But go ahead.
Did you say a basketball game?
Yeah, that's not...
Yeah, it's secular. The Falcons are secular.
I'm still trying to figure out...
Miami Heat
trying
secular.
to figure out the definition for when you say it's not religious, because a basketball game is not... You know what I mean? It doesn't have to do with religion.
That is also, but like the only difference is everybody else's secular is not so different than our version of secular.
Get you, I got you.
That's the only difference. Anyway, so that's our answer to the lady. To each his own. I mean,
to each his own.
You're probably right. If you feel convicted, don't listen to the show no more.
That's the truth.
Oh, God bless you.
All right, you in the field with the track stars, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.
something we hear. And if there's ever questions, you can tell them it's 'cause I like to win. Tell them it's 'cause I like to win. Tell them it's 'cause I like to win. Tell them it's 'cause I like to win.
What's happening? What's happening? This your man Brinson, God Chasers Entertainment. Buckle your seatbelts for line. Vote Christian though. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? It's Line for Line time. Yeah. Sponsored by Jam the Harp. Alright, this is a Line for Line, exclusive Line for Line. We've never done this person before. It's a pop Line for Line, I would say. And we've done Line for Line for about 6 years. Not 6 years. About 7 years. And we've never touched this person once. And people have always asked and said, hey, what about this person? What about this?
Toby Mac?
Yeah! Toby Mac. You don't see, I don't seem excited no more.
I just knew what you were talking about.
Toby Mac versus the world.
Toby Mac.
We're going to get it popping.
T-Mac.
Toby Mac. I'm really upset, man.
Wow.
I really wanted to talk in the last topic.
We didn't.
But my wife.
Oh.
But we're one, babe.
You did talk.
You do realize that you're going home tonight.
Right. In about 30 minutes.
Tonight, like. Yeah, I mean, just.
You want to share your opinion now?
No, that's good. All right.
Track Stars need to make a newlywed tips page. Like, just in the first 6 months.
Video blog.
You might say this, you might say
on the
that.
couch. No,
but after 6 months, please don't say
I
that.
know I love it. All right, so let's get this thing popping, man. We're gonna have some fun. Remember, the rules is you just one toss up, man.
Can't take it with you.
And I'm gonna let y'all know it may be a lot of toss ups.
Oh man, come on, bro.
So don't get it popping.
One.
All right, here we go. We're gonna start with Mr. Toby Mac right here. The song is entitled "City on Our Knees." Here we go.
You gotta start somewhere, why not here? If you gotta start sometime, why not now? If we gotta start somewhere, I say here. If we gotta start sometime, I say now. Through the fog there is hope in the distance. From cathedrals to third world missions.
That was Toby Mac sitting on our knees. You was bouncing like that was a crunk song. You like, that's funny. All right, that was Toby Mac. Here's Sam Smith. Stay with me.
Love, it's clear to see, but darling, stay with me. Why am I so emotional? No, it's not a good look and some self-control. Deep down I know this never works, but you can lay with me.
All right, that was Sam Smith. Stay with me. Toby Mac, City on Our Knees. Who y'all going with?
Can I tell y'all a story about this song? So, y'all know we went to Italy, right? Mm-hmm. On the plane, they played this song. Like, let's say you wanted to watch a movie. You click the movie, and you have to watch this video.
Wow.
Every single time.
Marketing.
Advertising,
it was
baby.
incredible marketing. I'm like, how did he get this deal? I watched this video 8 times while I was on that plane. Like, who is this guy? And why is he getting this played so much? And then when we got back, he was all over the TV now. And I'm like, how did he do that?
Yeah.
First
Because
of all,
everybody that took a flight that weekend.
Is this a remake of something? Because I swear I've heard that before.
That's why I was going to actually pick that song, because it takes you back to an older song. I don't know the song, but there is a remake.
Like a choir song.
But it's not even a choir song. It's like going back to the 70s. Like, it gives you a 70s feel.
60s, honestly. Like a Motown sound.
Well, it's a Motown, but I would classify Motown more in the 70s.
Late 60s, early 70s.
60s.
I would put it in the 70s.
So y'all going with
that, Sam? Because I have the Toby Mac in that song in my playlist. It's just too slow for me. I always go past it because it's just too slow. It has too many pauses in it. I like the song though, but it's just too many pauses.
I'm gonna go with Sam too. He killing it on that falsetto.
Yeah, I'm rocking with Sam on that one also. I liked his control of his vocals on the track. I mean, the lyrics are great too, but his control of his range was pretty dope. That's why I'm gonna rock with Sam Smith.
Yeah, Sam on that intonation. I liked his different things he could do with his voice.
Well, I ain't got no choice but to like Sam. I done heard it 80 million.
You know what,
Sam on that.
You know what I was gonna say, Sean? I think it sounds a lot like the song "Stand By Me."
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Okay.
No, it don't.
Yeah, it does.
Stand by me. Stand by me is a.
But it's still like that.
There's something that sounds like. I don't know if it's that, but it sounds exactly like something.
When he sings, "Would you stand
by
me?"
Oh, stand by me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So stay with me. Yeah,
come on, yeah.
Stay with me. Stand by me. Whatever.
Hey, you talking to DJ D Smooth over here? What's
It sounds like something. I don't know what it is. It sounds just like something.
That was going to allow you to free your mind and free them right.
All right, so online said Toby Mac, Sam Smith. So 3-1 online.
I was gonna go with Toby. I like sitting on these. That was my favorite.
Toby.
So it's.
Oh God! Don't tell him that.
Don't do that.
Do not tell him that. Okay.
What? Y'all got mad inside jokes.
Offline.
Oh no!
All right, here we go.
We're
gonna do Jason Derulo riding solo.
So who took that one? Sam took that one.
Sam,
okay.
yeah, the world got that one.
Some ass.
Here we go, man. Let me see what.
Water.
I'm so sorry, but it's over now. The pain is gone. I'm putting on my shades to cover up my eyes. I'm jumping in my ride. I'm heading out tonight. I'm solo. I'm riding solo. I'm riding solo. I'm riding solo. I'm feeling like a star. You can't stop my shine. I'm floating cloud 9. My head's in the sky. I'm solo. I'm riding solo. I'm riding solo. I'm riding solo. Now I'm feeling hot.
All right, that was Riding Solo, Jason Derulo.
Listen to secular music, though.
This is Toby Mac. Hold on.
You see the clouds are moving faster now, and the sun is breaking through. If you can hold on to the one that's holding you, there is nothing that can stop this crazy love from breaking through. We're breaking through. Whoa. Wake up to the rise.
All right, that was Toby Mac, Hold On versus Jason Derulo's Riding Solo. Who y'all going with?
The Jason song kind of sounded like it had like a hip hop feel to it.
It was a pop song.
You don't like that?
No. I'm just saying, like, I wasn't in the same mindset to judge it when I heard the Toby Mac song, because I was like, it kind of felt different, like it were two different matchups. So,
yeah.
Could it be too early to use a toss-up?
I would say you may want to save it.
Could it be?
You may want to save
Can't
it.
take it with you. I'm gonna go Jason on that.
JC, no.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna vote on this. What I'm gonna do is vote against the one I don't like the most. So I'm gonna go with Toby on that one.
Dang, that changed the whole game. I don't think we've ever admitted to actually doing that.
That is a tough one. I mean, I wasn't that crazy about either one. I did think that was a good matchup, though, actually, husband. Let me say I'm going to go with Jason, but really just because his production was edged him out just by a hair.
Yes.
That's the only reason, quite honestly.
I understand, because I would love to use the toss of it, but I'm not going to use it right there. But I had to try to think of another way, which is going to be the production value of it. I like Jason's song. I mean, it was not one of my favorite songs.
You had them
but
shades on like it was.
I mean, the song. I mean, it's catchy. That's the thing about it. A lot of those songs like that, those pop songs, and they played on the radio. Like how he felt about how just always hearing the song all the time. Like that was one of those songs that played a lot in LA. And then I was trying to listen to Toby.
Y'all gonna tell us what the?
You know what that is?
I know what it is.
Oh no!
Why are you?
Now you've got homework.
Now you got homework.
I do.
But I think.
Are you talking about?
Come on. There you go. There it is. You got it. Hey, get the treat tonight.
Roots, boy.
Hey, Toby, what's your name, boy?
Stupid.
But all right, I almost lost my train of thought. I'm just go with Jason. I can't even think straight up on what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Okay.
I was a big DC Talk fan, man, growing up, big time. However, I'm gonna go with Derulo on that. His song sounds a little more silly, but I thought it sounded cleaner.
Yeah.
Then So
What they got online?
Derulo.
So what's the score?
Who was looking mad salty during the VMAs? Did anybody else notice that?
Well, yeah. I think
Why was he so fussy?
Probably because he didn't perform.
He was mean mugging everybody. Poor what's her name next to him?
I know.
Jordan Sparks.
She was trying to do her little PR thing, and he was just like.
Come on, ain't nobody asking him no questions.
You dragging me down. All right, online, you got Derulo, Toby, Toby.
Stop, man.
So, do you want to go?
I am going to go with Jason.
Okay.
So Jason won.
So 2-zip.
So the world has 2.
Yeah.
Kingdom has none right now.
All right. Thanks a lot, bitch.
I was just giving the recap.
Shade on the Kingdom.
I know. All right, here we go. Toby Mac, Unstoppable.
Water. It's our filler.
Whose song is this?
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Say it.
What's your name, boy?
Oh my God.
You a fool.
I'm gonna go anybody.
God.
I got Toby on this one.
Wait, are you serious? You haven't even heard anything yet. How you just?
I've heard 30 seconds of silence. That's enough to judge, right?
A mess.
Toss up.
You gonna
use it on a blanket?
Nah.
That is crazy.
Sing it for us.
You want me to sing it?
Maya, sing it for us.
That's your version.
I don't think everybody knows about your past talents.
Oh, that is a good one. I don't know if I can.
Go
do
ahead.
That one.
Go ahead.
Go the other way
This
first.
is the
See
tenor.
that?
All right, let's see.
I can help you out. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man.
Oh my! Thank you.
I'm the man.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
I'll just listen with you.
What's the score so far?
2-0.
You didn't plan on playing him? You didn't plan on playing him?
Awesome.
No.
You should play him.
Aloe Black?
It fits.
With
what song?
Find something make it fit.
But he's not popping right now like that.
What?
Does he have anything else out now?
We locked up that bad?
But he had it.
I don't
had
know.
that song.
I think I don't know if too many devices is.
That song played in the
I
draft.
have to come back.
There we go. All right, this Usher.
Oh, my.
Oh, okay. There goes my baby.
There goes my vote.
Get you.
Wow, this is locked up for
You
real, guys.
don't know how.
Hold on,
Be patient
y'all.
with
Change
us.
is
Be
coming.
patient with us.
I'm just gonna sing the song.
Prayer warriors.
There goes my baby.
We don't.
That wasn't the song. That wasn't the song.
There she go. There she go. There she go.
We don't need any of that.
Not the song. Although I did appreciate.
I'm trying to get a contract just like everybody else. Stop it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's not gonna work.
Usher.
It's that song. DJ's got us falling in love again.
DJ's got us falling in love.
We can't do that.
again.
That's
Usher.
not enough.
That's
not enough.
Usher.
I was like, no.
Oh, to be continued.
Man.
That was the, what's they called? The agency that shut us down.
They shut us down.
The agency, they called in. Got us shut down.
Shut
Like
up.
BET, they shut down that show for 3 days.
Here's a good time to talk about our GoFundMe, if you would like to.
I was just about to say that. I said that.
The situation.
Man.
We are dealing with what we have here. So we apologize, y'all. It's beyond our control at the moment. You gave up.
What are you going to do? You get...
Man, that's just why I was looking forward to
So the
this
Kingdom get any votes?
Not yet.
Not yet.
We're
We
like
on to
a
be
third of the
continued.
way through.
We in overtime.
Yeah, I'm locked up too. I'm on my phone. I can't even see y'all tweets anymore. Like,
Remember when we used to let YouTube
we are
decide?
completely locked up in the studio as far as internet is concerned.
You probably just need to switch back to your AT&T.
Name and carrier now.
Well,
Plug in.
sorry guys. We will try this again
Stay tuned.
next week.
T-Mobile has me saying Twitter just fine.
Same time. Same track styles. But no, for real. Pray for us because we do our best in here. And but we got challenges. We got some challenges with equipment and things like that. So keep praying for us that our situation improves. All right?
Let YouTube decide.
YouTube decide what? What they going to decide?
I don't know. They
Go play Usher and then play.
I know, right?
And then go play.
Go play Usher.
No, we gonna try and redo it.
Christian hip hop. I'm sorry.
Again, update. I know we reported that our mixer was messed up. It is still messed up looking, but it's working. So we're okay with that. But there's some other challenges. So keep praying for us. Donate if you can, so we can improve this situation. So we can hear the entire line for lines. Because again, let me just tell you how it works. We're relying on internet because again, YouTube won't let us play just whatever clip we want. The deal we have is that if we play iTunes clips or Spotify clips or whatever, they'll let it slide because some of our line for lines get pulled down.
Yeah.
Depending on who it is, especially if it's a new song.
Yeah.
But if we claim that, hey, look, this is freely available to everybody on iTunes, so why are you blocking us? This is just promotion. So that's a fight we have to fight all the time. That's why we have to rely on this. If not, we would just clip our own thing. But we have to play the iTunes clip. All right. So sorry, y'all. We're gonna try this again.
Oh, I feel bad.
You want to do one last try and see if it does anything?
Let's pray for one last try. Moment of silence.
You want to try it again?
Just try and play it while I talk it out.
All right.
One last try, guys. I can't even see what y'all are saying no more, honestly. It's all locked up.
Oh, man.
It's all locked up, people.
Perpetually connecting.
Yeah, it's not going to happen today, people. You in the field. With the track stars. Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah, let's go.
My life be like low-key and staying candid. Reflect on all the things I try my hand at. Search for the equation to persuasions I'm used to. Finding comfort in the zones of closet bones I get loose to. A mountain is Fontaine, spinning in monsoon and grinning this high octane. Explosive how I came, rolling down the hills cause life's a hassle. Encircled by my folly like a moat around the castle. Stay afloat, catch a second wind, thin is the air I breathe. Teary-eyed nose running, wipe the snot on my sleeve. I'm calling on the Savior to be all that I need. Please forgive me, my behavior had me lost in light speed. Times like these say, yeah, Lord, if you see me, please come my way. Like leaving breadcrumbs all when I stray. Well, I'm sacrificing the price you pay. Like living like a fairy tale. Sometimes I fall, I slip. My heart feels I be more like you. Try not to put your fire with the things I like me like.
The fear of never falling in love, and the tears after losing the feelings of what you thought love was. Like the dirt still up under the rug.
My life be like
bad characteristics covered in Christ's blood. The joy of new birth and the pain of growing up. The bliss between giving my all and giving up. The highs and lows, paths and roads I chose. In the cold I froze, trying to ease my woes in this world of sin. Close too thin to fit, so the God I send words of help to win. And grumbling so deep letters could never express. So the sounds of ooh ah beneath my breath will check.
Times like these that make me say, yeah, Lord, if you see me, please come my way. Like leaving breadcrumbs all when I stray. Yeah, well, I'm sacrificing the price you pay. Like living like a fairy tale. Sometimes I fall, I slip. My heart feels I be more like you. Try not to put your fire with the things I do. Like
my life be like ooh ah ooh, dum dum diddy. Here come that boy from the capital city. Last up on the grits, new ditty. But 8 bars of the truth will do. I believe there's a bride that's stunning, and I believe in the kingdom coming. I believe if you seek the truth, you don't need to look far, cause it's gonna find you. So why, oh why do I trip and stumble? And ooh, eyes commitment crumbles. I can't believe that I'm here again.
my life be like times like these that make me say, yeah, Lord, if you see me, please come my way. Like leaving breadcrumbs all when I stray. Yeah, well, I'm sacrificing the price you pay. Like living like a fairy tale. Sometimes I fall, I slip. My heart feels I be more like you. Try not to put your fire with the things I do. Be like times like these that make me say, yeah, Lord, if you see me, please come my way. Like leaving breadcrumbs all when I stray. Yeah, well, I'm sacrificing the price you pay. Like living like a fairy tale. Sometimes I fall, I slip. My heart feels I be more like you. Try not to put your fire with the things I do. Be like my life be like my life be like my life be like my life be like.
Hey Sean, the Bible says that Jesus sent out 12 disciples, 2 by 2. 2 by 2? Yo son, tell them what we do. Man, it's the mission field with the track stars, Ryan Rice and Sean Tanner. Get into it.